Good morning, everyone. So for today's video, I'm doing a first impressions on the Troiareuke 8+ cushion. So let's go ahead and get started. So first things first, this cushion is a mochi type of cushion, which is meant to keep the foundation inside fresher for longer. So I had a couple days to try this out. As you can see on my right side, I had a couple spots where I had some redness. So I'm going to show you guys the coverage, and you can see the coverage of this was surprisingly very nice. It immediately covered any redness I had with one layer, and I was pretty satisfied with the look of it without having to apply additional concealer. So this is one half of my face done, and then that side does not have any foundation, so just to throw in the before so you can see the difference. If you guys have been watching my channel for some time, you guys kind of know my personal preference when it comes to finishes of cushions. So I did put a little bit of powder on top of this, so it just depends on what you like if you decide to set it or not. However, if you do use powder, be sure to moisturize beforehand to prep the skin and so that the cushion sits on it nicely. So at this point, I'm just showing you guys what else I applied on my skin. I've been really into cream blushes lately, filling in my eyebrows, and I haven't been able to wear eye makeup because I recently had PRK. So for the time being, I'm wearing face makeup alone, and this is kind of good because it allows me to really focus on the face makeup. So this is immediately after application. For me, I found that I had to apply a little bit of powder on top of it just because it's my personal preference and because Korea's hot weather and humidity has had me sweating like a pig lately.
Sweat mustache.
I know. I wanted to make a point and show you guys this because this is just 30 minutes in and I'm already sweating, and I am like this all day every day in this weather. Okay, you guys, it's what time is it? It's about 2 o'clock, 1:45, and I'm checking in for the cushion that I've been wearing all day today. I've actually been wearing it for a couple of days.
Yeah.
I brought Faye on to give you guys like an outsider's perspective, because she saw what my skin looked like the past couple days. So what were you saying earlier about the cushion and how it looked on my skin?
Her skin last night looked really nice and natural. It was a little dewy, but even when she powdered on, it's still like after it was matte, but then when it got oily, to her oily is like dewy.
Right.
It wasn't bad. It looked really nice and natural, but for me, if I were to try this, I have really oily skin, so I'm not too sure, but her skin looked really nice even when it was oily.
Right. So I have dry skin naturally, but here I have been sweating so much. Like I step outside, I'm sweating. So my skin's kind of freaking out, but overall I really liked how this lasted because like I said, even though I've been sweating for the past couple days, I'm like, you know, like wiping the mustache and like touching my face all day. I still had like foundation on at the end of the day. And last night's dinner, what time were we off? Like 10:30?
Yeah, and her skin looked great under not yellow lighting?
Yeah, I mean light.
Inside lighting, and then even outside it looked fine. It looked, especially around her cheek areas.
Yeah, so
I was like, wow.
So anyways, I wanted to bring Faye on to give you guys kind of an outsider's perspective, but I will check in at the end of my battery's done.
We gotta hurry, we gotta go.
Bye guys! Hey guys, so it's the end of the day and I wanted to share with you guys how the Troiareuke cushion held up on my skin. This is the 8+ cushion, and I have to say I've been wearing it for almost a full day now. It's about 6 o'clock and I've been wearing it for a good amount of time. Considering all of the sweating I've been doing for the past couple days, or the days that I have been trying this out, I have to say my first impressions of this cushion is it is pretty dang good. Now, I was a bit skeptical because I always get kind of skeptical when companies say they are skincare versus makeup, but they're still kind of doing makeup-y things, since they do claim to be like 99% skincare, 1% makeup. But I will say, as far as a makeup product goes, this held up really well throughout the day. I was sweating a lot, touching my face a lot, and my cushion foundation lasted pretty well. Now, of course, I did have to powder it because for me, this is just, it has too much of a dew by itself, and that's just kind of a personal preference thing. If you like that type of aesthetic, totally up to you. That being said, if you do have oily skin, I would say you definitely have to set this and expect to have a little bit of a glow to your skin or a dew, because this is just not meant to be a matte or a semi-matte cushion foundation, which is totally fine. Again, it's a total personal preference thing. But as far as how long it lasted on me, I would say probably like a good 5-6 hours before I just had to go back in and just kind of smooth things out again because I was sweating and touching my face so much. As far as the feeling of this on my skin, it's extremely lightweight. I don't feel like I'm wearing makeup at all. One thing that I do have to say is that I wish it did come in more shades. It does only come in one shade, and for me that shade just was not quite my skin tone, of course. When you have one shade, it's kind of hard to obviously fit everyone's skin tone. I'm about an NC 30 probably at this point, and I have a warm undertone, so this was a little bit, I wish this was a little bit more yellow based and darker obviously to fit my skin. But if you're probably about like an NC 20 to 25 and you like a beige undertone or just kind of a neutral undertone, you'd probably fit this cushion foundation. So now that I've explained to you guys my thoughts on the cushion, how I like it, and how it's worn on me, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the close-ups of my skin at this point. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this first impressions. As always, I hope you guys are happy and healthy, and don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, share with your friends and family, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys. Forgot that feeling, the sun in my face, it's so well needed.